Kim Marita,
Yes?
you have an admirer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, not an admirer, just an ex who won't give up.
Somebody else is already sending you flowers?
Those aren't from you?
No.
Tom was sound asleep. He hadn't sent that text. I barely slept that night, and the next morning wasn't much better.
Get the hell out of here.
Kim, what the?
I walked in to bring Tom coffee, and he had 2 cell phones on the table next to him. One of them I definitely did not recognize.
Get out.
Kim,
Get out.
one of those is my work cell, the other one's my personal cell.
Out.
Okay, all right.
We've been together nearly 3 years. In all that time, Tom never had a work cell phone. So he wasn't asleep after all. He used that other phone just to mess with my head. I remember thinking, how could I have spent that long with someone that cruel and not known it? The camera noise went off like I had taken a picture, but my finger wasn't on the button. There was no one there. But in the picture, there was clearly a man standing behind me with a tattoo on his neck.
What am I looking at here?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Miss Marita, you think this is some kind of a joke?
What are you talking about? It was there. He was there. I could see him clearly.
This is very common. Our brains are wired to see human faces and things that maybe aren't, like clouds. It's called matrixing.
I didn't imagine him. He was there.
Well, if he comes back, let us know.
Listen, what if we had you work with someone to try to describe what you think you saw? And we'll see what we can do from there.
The older cop clearly didn't believe me. The younger one, maybe he was just trying to be nice, but he actually did try to help me.
He was gaunt, very strong jaw, had this like dirty blonde.
I explained the man I'd seen in the photo in exact detail. The biggest thing that stood out was his tattoo. It looked like an octopus. The picture was gone from my phone, but I could still see him clearly in my head.
That's him. That's who I saw.
We'll run against our database and see if anything pops up. I know you're probably really scared. Even if it's something small, give me a call, and I'll make sure someone stops by. That's what we're here for.
The fact that Officer Keene was being so helpful made me feel a little better. But I was still jumping at every little sound I heard.
You have to leave me alone. Okay, whoever you are, just leave me alone.
Kim, calm down. This is Officer Keene.
Oh, thank God.
What exactly was I going to tell the officer? That I saw a video of myself dead? I figured he'd hang up the phone right then and there. And honestly, I wouldn't have blamed him.
Listen, are you sure about this description you gave to our sketch artist?
Yes.
And the tattoo, you feel like you saw that clearly?
Yes, I saw it very clearly.
Well, we found your guy. His name is Mark Belkin.
Oh my gosh, did you catch him?
We did. 5 years ago.
I don't understand. What do you...
Mark Belkin is in a jail cell upstate. He's been there for a long time.
I waited out on my front lawn until Officer Keene showed up 20 minutes later.
Mark Belkin was convicted of killing 2 teenage girls. He sent them texts pretending to be a boy from class. There was another one who went missing in the next town over. I'm sorry to tell you this, but one of his known residences was here. He rented a room in this house from an old couple who used to live here.
Did they ever find the third girl?
No.
Did they search here? Maybe they should look again.
I told him about the video that I'd seen of myself in the bathtub. But of course, by the time I went to show him, it was gone.
Maybe we can use a sketch to get some guys in here to check the pipes again. But I can't promise anything.
My sketch matching that prisoner was definitely weird. But even if it was him, how could he be responsible for all the things that I've been seeing if he was locked away in a jail cell?
There is so much energy trapped here. So much hatred. So much anger.
I was desperate for answers, so I called a psychic. I didn't tell her anything about what had been happening,
He left a piece of himself here.
but somehow she knew about the fact that he was in prison.
Pacing around his cell with nothing to do but hate. Fury. He's full of it. And it's manifesting here.
I couldn't understand what she meant by that, or how it was even possible, until she told me.
It's a poltergeist.
She explained that a poltergeist is a paranormal entity created by a living individual. In this case, that prisoner who used to live in my house.
How do I get rid of it?
You can't. Only he can.
The psychic said people who create poltergeists have no clue they're even doing it because it's a subconscious way of manifesting their anger. When I heard that, I was out. I had told my landlord about the history of the house, the videos and the texts. She thought I was crazy and was happy to see me leave. The house rented out again right after, but the new people didn't stay for long. And I'm pretty sure I know why.